Welcome everyone to another deck tech here. Today we have Gospel of Christ Goodstuff by Demon Hunter 85. And this deck is looking at the Gospel of Christ expansion and saying, I want this, but I don't want this. Now, let's get into it, shall we? The offense is a Matthew-based offense, disciples, New Testament characters, and all Gospel of Christ, you know. And because of Herod's Temple, it pairs very nicely with a gospel-themed defense. So if you're playing gospel-themed offense, always consider a gospel-themed defense, especially some Herod's Temple action. So let's get a tour going, shall we? First of all, at Exhibit A, we have the Resurrection. It's a very powerful card. You can play a good fortress from your deck, and an empty tune hero. And you can band 3 people into battle. What are you going to get with your good gospel fortress? May I suggest Nazareth or Herod's Temple? Getting Nazareth on turn 1 is always the quite strong option, but be careful, you cannot search your deck. Herod's Temple is a very solid option. It makes fighting by the numbers something very appealing. But the core concept of this deck is speed. Cards like Patmos, Angels from the Sun, Polycarp, Priest of Christ, Restoring Angels, Angels from the Wind, all of these cards are designed to go grab Matthew out of your deck. Or maybe you want to do Simon Peter, who can play a good fortress from your deck. Maybe the opponent's hand is protected, so Simon's a good plan B backup plan. A little known fact for newer players is you can activate a 4-drachma coin directly on Peter, and when you do that, you get to draw 4 cards. So this deck is all about drawing cards, getting its best velocity cards into play on turn 1, like 4-drachma coin or Matthew. And in addition to that, you're going to have very strong attacks. So these are your heroes, and this is what they look like when they're coming into battle. Specifically, Simon can choose an advantageous block. John and Joanna, they love tossing evil enhancements in battle. So opponents usually don't play that many evil enhancements, so potentially tossing their only evil enhancement in battle could just give you the battle automatically. And Lazarus, always a very strong card. He can negate evil cards in battle. It's like a one-sided fight by the numbers type of situation. This deck is also equipped to get rid of any speed bumps or problematic cards it may encounter. If you grab Mary from your reserve, you can reserve an evil card in a territory like a 3 Woes, or a fortress, or evil character that's giving you trouble. But watch out, you have to have Unity Gospel. Don't play your angels and then play Mary, it's not going to work. His sacrifice can also negate and discard a curse, evil enhancement, or dominant. So you activate this as an artifact, you can get rid of those cards from play. And if there's neutral cards giving you down, or Herod's Temple in your way, use a Lost Child found to bounce them to get around it for a turn. This deck doesn't play very many battle winners, but the ones it does play are very strong. Ascension, usually you're going to be wanting to play that on a meek hero, to interrupt the battle, ban any number of New Testament heroes. Very strong. Love One Another has no interrupt, has no prevent, but it does have regardless of protection abilities. So that's good if an opponent tries to block you with a Foreign Wives, or is having a character in battle that's immune to you or protected from you. So love always wins. And of course the classic Authority of Christ cannot be negated, discard all evil characters that you don't control. Very strong stuff. It also has a theme of being able to add characters to battle if they're removed. So if an opponent removes your last hero from battle, you can use You Will Remain to add a hero back, or you can use Good Seed to add a hero to battle, or even a dominant right on victoriously, add a meek hero to battle. This deck is also equipped to last quite a while. Cards like Book of the Covenant allow you to keep drawing cards and take covenants from reserve. The New Covenant allows you to take your best gospel enhancements from deck, or even reserve. And Send the Helper is really great at grabbing good cards from your reserve tiers. So these 3 cards, Book of the Covenant and New Covenant, are in the main deck, but Send the Helper's in the side deck. So, and Bethlehem Stable can also grab cards from your reserve, but just the nativity ones, and there's only 2 of those. So here's a cool interaction. So let's say you're attacking with a meek hero, and you can play your dominant before they block Awesome Things. And Awesome Things allows you to play good enhancement on your hero. So before they have a chance to block, you can play Authority of Christ and destroy all the characters in their territory. So this is good if you know they don't have anyone to block or just want to get rid of a bunch of stuff. So this play harkens back to the old Ethiopian treasurer play that used to be able to do back for old school redemption. But yeah, cool interaction. Let's get to the defense. Me and the boys. Me and the Herods. Yeah, this one's me, and these are the Herods. Herod Agrippa, Herod Archelaus, and Herod the Great. So think about it like you're choosing a Pokemon. Opponent's got a big banding chain. Well, choose Herod Agrippa to block. He's good against multiple heroes in battle. Opponent's just attacking you with a big fight by the numbers guy, a single hero in battle. I choose you, Herod Archelaus. Protect this card from lone heroes and opponent's dominance. Opponent's attacking you and they happen to have a weak character in their territory? Well, block with Herod the Great and choose that character to attack. So whatever opponent's doing, you stop them in their tracks and choose their weakest character to block you. And if you have Herod's Temple out, you can try to make it a toss fight by the numbers situation. And so if you planned your cards right, your 12-10 is going to line up quite nice with whatever they're doing. And the reason you can kind of choose whatever you want is you play cards like Amalekites Slave and the Deceiver, which when they block, you get to choose choose an evil character from your deck or reserve. So really flexible, like Pokeballs. Think of them like Pokeballs. And there's the Darkness Lost Soul that helps you dig for evil characters. And based upon what your opponent's doing, you can use your Darkness Lost Soul as a situational Pokeball too. And your defense is all about stalling. There's no way this deck is equipped to go the long game in the defense. It's just trying to give you a couple strategic turns in order to win the game. So this one's about stalemating, protecting lost souls in battle, and a good cannot be negated battle winner if multiple heroes in battle. So some curious conclusions. Some curious inclusions are the Dominant Doubt. It's like a good defensive dominant. I'm not sure if it's better than Falling Away right now, but it's good because you can convert it to a character, add it to battle, then when it's in battle, restricting dominance, negating heroes, tossing multi-brigade enhancements. So it's good if you're expecting a lot of multi-brigade enhancements on the heroes. Yeah, so I'm interested to try this out for myself, see how it goes. I was trying to think about some weaknesses to this type of deck, and decks that are able to survive the early explosiveness of this deck, like the recently reviewed GoldenEye deck. That deck plays the card Herdsman of Gerar, and so if I'm attacking you with Matthew on turn 1 and you block with Herdsman, you can just draw all the cards that I drew and keep it kind of neutral. So this deck really excels when it's trying to get ahead of opponent, but when opponents can match that velocity and hold up to it on defense, then there might be a problem. Also, this deck doesn't do much when all of his characters are being negated. On offense, there's not a lot of cannot be negated characters, but on defense, they're kind of equipped to deal with Holy of Holies. But all the card draw is on the offense. So if you're able to prevent their characters with a card like Holy of Holies, then you may be able to win. Also, Nazareth is good if you're going first and this deck is going second. So you're able to get a Nazareth down, prevent them from finding their best cards, like with all those angel cards. This just really slows them down, sends them back to the Stone Age. When thinking about the deck I wanted to play for the next Lackey Grand Prix, I was thinking like, maybe I should build my own deck. But then there's a darker part in me that just said play Matthew. So this deck's all about being the bad guy on turn 1, attacking with Matthew, drawing a bunch of cards. And yeah, so thanks to Demon Hunter 85 for the deck list. It's really good. And it actually got him second place at the most recent Lackey Grand Prix. So thanks for watching. We'll get some gameplay coming up soon.